See, one of our signs is upside down here because I think some of the kids got signs. Yeah, here's a perfect. All right. There's a good one. So I had to adjust the signs there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to South Bend, Indiana. This is Brother K reporting live. Day 2 of the Midwest Circumcision Crisis Protest. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Sunny and warm, but not hot. So, and we have a lovely family. Sylvia from nearby joined us with 3 of her children. And Sylvia, thank you for joining us. Well, let me turn this. Let me see. Let me reverse the camera because sometimes this microphone works better if you're on the.
Don't forget about me.
Oh yeah, Luke wants to be part.
Woo! And so there we are. So Sylvia, you are a nurse, aren't you?
Yep, a nurse practitioner. Yep.
And you've brought 3 of your children out here.
Yep.
Before we talk to you about things intactivist related, do you want to introduce your children to us?
Well, there's Lydia. And Lydia, hold your sign up over here. Come over in the grass, please. Thank you.
So this is Lydia.
You say hi.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you for joining us.
There's Luke, and he has a Little Images shirt on.
And here's Luke.
Hey.
Thank you, Luke. And we had some owls, didn't we?
Oh yeah, where's your owls, Lydia? He wants to see your owls. Your owl. She made a sign for her owls. We made some signs too.
It's
Here.
Smitty. She loves many things, so why not
We
make
made this sign.
Let me reverse the cameras just so that because I know in reverse. There we are. So Lydia made with her owls, Oscar the owl, and who's the other owl?
Blueberry.
Blueberry. Oscar and Blueberry. The owls have a little sign that says "Don't hurt boys." And Luke, what's boys are born perfect too? Actually, why don't we, Sylvia? Let me get a picture of you with your kids. And there's Lucy in the background. Wonderful, wonderful. What a lovely family. A lovely Indiana family, ladies and gentlemen, here in the heartland of America. So I'm going to reverse the, and we'll talk to Sylvia. So Sylvia, if you come down here so we get the intersection behind us.
Sure.
So you, we've been friends you've been an intactivist for a long time. Ever since I've been on Facebook, you've been an intactivist.
Yep.
How long have you actually been an intactivist?
Probably about almost 10 years now. I really became active once my son was born. He's almost 10. We're getting people who are cheering us on. So my whole life, I always knew it was wrong. My family just never practiced it. And then I married someone from Europe. And in Europe, they don't ever circumcise. And when I was in nursing school, I had to watch one performed. That was horrible. I mean, just heartbreaking. And then when I had my son, I really started getting involved because after he was born, someone had said to me, oh, well, when are you going to get him circumcised tomorrow? When he was this tiny little baby in my arms. And right away, I was like, just horrified. Look at him. What do you say, Lukey?
No way.
No way.
No, not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
Mom was on the job.
Yeah, well, I was horrified to even think that my sweet little baby would ever even go through something like that. And that's really what made me wake up and start speaking out for other babies, because I thought, if I'm protecting my baby and I don't want him to go through that, why not speak up for other babies to be protected?
How hard did they pressure you?
The hospital wasn't bad. It was just someone else who had come to visit us at the hospital that mentioned that. They were actually pretty good about not pressuring.
So you were a nurse at the time.
I was a nurse at the time.
And tell us your story as much as you want to share here on Facebook Live. Your career as a health professional and intactivist.
Well, I mean, I worked in the ER for 15 years, so that's a little bit harder of a place to really advocate for babies, but now I'm at a private practice. And I can really, I mean, I love just educating people in general about things just like breastfeeding, you know, attachment parenting, all sorts of things. And obviously when moms are pregnant, I try to speak with them about, hey, like, have you considered leaving your baby intact? And a lot of them are very open to the information, especially when I say that no medical organization around the world even recommends it, that most men are intact, that it's a painful procedure that can interfere with breastfeeding, and it impacts their sex life, their whole life. So a lot of people are really open to it, so I'm very grateful. And I've seen a lot of, I feel like the numbers are really decreasing, how many people are choosing it. And then just being able to provide good intact care. I mean, people don't realize how easy it is with an intact boy. You don't have to do anything special. You just leave it alone, really. I mean, it's God designed boys pretty amazing, just like he designed girls amazing, and there's not anything that's special needed to take care of them. So I think once people realize that it's not necessary, they're more likely to leave their boys intact. And we're in Indiana where it's a higher number of boys that are cut here in Indiana compared to like California, you know, out in the West. But I feel like numbers are coming down, especially as parents are doing more research. So, yeah.
And Sylvia, talk to our audience. Many of the intactivists who will see this video already know what forced retraction is, but tell us, you were talking to me about a gruesome forced retraction story that you know about.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of healthcare professionals in America are never given intact care. And so they think that you have to retract and clean, which is absolutely wrong, because the foreskin is adhered to the glands and it doesn't really start to retract till they're about age 10. And so there's no reason to ever retract. It causes pain, it can cause scarring, can cause infections. So I just tell people, leave it alone, wipe it like a finger, and that's about it. If there's ever a little bit of some redness or swelling, a lot of times it's yeast, which is a pretty easy thing. I mean, people get yeast infections all over. All you have to do is use a little bit of some anti-yeast cream, and that's about it. So it's super simple, super easy. And again, that rarely happens, but if it does, there's no reason. Some doctors are like, well, that means you got to circumcise them. It's like, no, what other body part? If you get a little yeast infection, do you just chop off right away? You treat with a cream. So if you do that with girls get yeast infections, you treat with a cream, and you're done.
Luke looks like he wants to say something wise.
What do you want to say, Lukey?
Luke, what do you want to say? Anything?
Tell them what your shirt says.
I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
For little images, fearfully and wonderfully made.
And you're a big fan of Little Images in your family, aren't you?
We love Little Images, yes.
And I share their stuff all the time. I'm a big supporter of Little Images.
Yes. Little Images is for Christians about how God designed our bodies perfectly, and he did not make a mistake on baby boys. So if you know a Christian, share Little Images, because it is a great resource.
LittleImages.org, ladies and gentlemen.
Little Images. Yep. I have some cards too.
The Earth did not come from asteroids.
We have little cards for Little Images too. So made in the image of God, and then it's got information about circumcision here. So,
ladies and gentlemen, you saw the camera go live down so Luke could make his last pitch. He actually took hold of my selfie stick and pulled it down so he could get that comment in. So we have a future intactivist there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
Well,
so good to see you guys. I'm so happy to be here and to meet Brother K. I wish I could be on every tour. I would. Yep.
And me.
They were super excited about coming and meeting everybody and standing up for babies. So I'm so proud of Brother K. I told my kids he saves so many babies in this country, and I'm proud of his work and just honored to meet him and get to be here today.
Thank you, Sylvia. And I share your article. You wrote the article on breastfeeding for your whole baby.
I wrote
I share that a lot, and it's been very helpful, and great article. If people want to see it, they can go to just in Google, type in your whole baby breastfeeding.
Your whole baby breastfeeding. I wrote it. I wrote a couple articles for Little Images as well. So, yep.
And Sylvia is an RN, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Thank you, Sylvia, from near South Bend.
Yep.
And thank you for joining Indiana mom and her family joining us here on the front lines in South Bend, Indiana today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
I'm going to continue this live broadcast. I'm going to reverse the camera again so that okay, so the camera is reversed. I'll show you more of the action here, and we're going to talk to more people, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Seth Edward, ladies and gentlemen, the big man of intactivism, 6'5", and taking the message of intactivism to the streets. Seth Edward, I'm going to reverse the camera because I have to do a sound check later tonight and see how this, but give me an initial sound check. So I want to see how the camera is working on that side.
Okay. Yeah, we're here in South Bend, Indiana. I actually was born nearby here. I was born in Goshen, which is 40 minutes down the road.
Okay, let me reverse the camera and then we'll start that again then so that I can compare it tonight because on the last tour there were problems with the microphone. And okay, so I think, all right, there we go. Yep. So go ahead, Seth. Sorry to interrupt you, but go ahead, start over. So you were born
yeah, I was born nearby. I was born in Goshen, Indiana.
And let me actually, interestingly enough, Sylvia actually protested with you, I think, at that Goshen
Hospital. Yeah, I protested at Goshen Hospital probably 3 or 4 times now. I think the biggest one was when one of the nurses in the facility, she said something about, they're out there protesting circumcision. What happened? Did they cut too much off or something? And then we kind of went with that and reported her and her comment and one thing and another. But that one actually got quite a bit of traction as far as, shares on social media and things like that. The hospital, I still call them every now and then and talk to them about circumcision. I've been through a couple of different communications managers, etc., trying to, get somebody to talk to that'll listen. And they listen, but they don't do anything about it. But yeah, they still cut, and they actually fired Sylvia. I don't know if she's, I think it's public now, but they fired her. It's been a couple years ago, but for sharing intact information. So they're just like a cutter capital here in northern Indiana. So we've been out here since 10 o'clock. I'm going to go on with the Bloodstained Men to Kalamazoo tomorrow, and then Grand Rapids tomorrow also.
Tomorrow afternoon, yeah. We have a doubleheader tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
So, yeah, it's going to be a good day. I'm glad to be back on the streets now that COVID's kind of going away and we're getting back to normal and getting on the streets again. It's been great being out here.
Well, thank you, Seth Edward. Thank you for joining Bloodstained Men here on the front lines and joining the road crew for the next couple of days. We always appreciate you being out here with us.
Yeah, it's always fun to be out here. Thanks, Brother Kay.
All right, let me... Okay, so I've reversed the camera again. Mark Norris says hello from New Zealand. Hello, Mark. Ashley Nicole Brim says yes. I love the internet street live too. Yes, thank you, Ashley. And we met you on the Southwest tour, Ashley Nicole Brim. Thank you for your support and participation in our protests. Here's David Atkinson, ladies and gentlemen. David Atkinson, I'm going to come and talk to you, but I'm going to face the intersection while we talk. Sure. If you come around this way, just on this side of the camera, so we can hear you.
Oh,
and we'll
you're
just
talking to your. I see you're facing yourself.
Right. I just because I have not.
You're not facing yourself. You're
right, but
you have a.
Right, we're talking
on this side too.
Well, yes, but I want to do a sound check tonight to confirm because I couldn't tell yesterday in Chicago. So I want to talk to you on this side.
Well, let's do the test right now.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm David Atkinson.
Okay, so all right.
Now it's quiet.
All right.
Hello, everyone. I'm David Atkinson.
Okay, so David Atkinson, come on up back over here.
Yeah, over here. Okay.
So tell our viewers what we're seeing, why we're here, and what we're doing.
This is an intersection in South Bend, Indiana, And we are here spreading foreskin awareness because the people of America need to know that foreskin is a valuable part of the human penis so that they can protect their children when the unethical doctors try to tamper with their genitals.
When the unethical we always get a good soundbite from David Atkinson, ladies and gentlemen. When the unethical doctors try to tamper with their genitals. I mean, that says it all, David Atkinson. We shouldn't have to say any more than that.
Yeah, it's totally crazy.
It's infuriating
that these doctors are getting away with this still. Like if it had just happened to us.
Oh, so someone said definitely behind the camera. I can't tell who said that, but I see that comment.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it would be amazing enough if it had just happened to us and they had gotten away with it, but they're still doing it, like, now, many, many decades later, and so it's just totally insane. Yeah, and we have a whole nation of medical professionals who don't understand the anatomy of the human penis.
What keeps you going, David Atkinson? You are a volunteer. This is hard work out here. You don't get paid for this. What motivates you to do this?
Well, I want to live in a world where children are protected from genital mutilation, and so we know that when people see us here, they understand that if you cut off part of a baby's penis, he might grow up into a man who will not be pleased that you cut off part of his penis, and then it's more likely that they will protect their own children from genital mutilation. So that's why I keep doing this, because I'm optimistic that as we spread the word, future generations will have less suffering.
Garrison Davis says circumcision has no excuse. Ashley says a free world, human freedom worldwide. Yes. And activists, we get it, and the message is spreading. Thank you, David Atkinson. We will, where are we going to be tomorrow? Let me just back off a little bit. And then I'm going to come back around. And David Atkinson, tell us where we're going to be tomorrow.
In the morning, we will be in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And in the afternoon, we will be in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
So it'll be a busy day for the Bloodstained Men Road Crew.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we obviously cordially invite all of you Michigan residents and Northern Indiana, join us in Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids. Thank you, David Atkinson.
You're very welcome.
And we will talk to you again tomorrow in both Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids.
Sounds good.
Candace says, you all are amazing. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Candace. Thank you. It is hard work out here. It really is. But if we don't do it, I mean, Bloodstained Men, we are the nationwide street protest movement for anti-activism. If we didn't do it, ladies and gentlemen, there would be no nationwide protests. And it's a huge responsibility. It's a moral responsibility. I'm a volunteer. We are all volunteers. And for me, it's just a moral imperative. I just don't have a choice. Knowing that if I don't do it, how can I expect someone else to do it? And it's not like there's someone out there offering to pay you to do this. That's not the way the world works, unfortunately. We are volunteers. We don't get paid for this. And it's hard work, ladies and gentlemen. But knowing that we are doing everything we can, and me personally, that I am doing everything I can to stop this nightmare for American men in the cradle, which we know, ladies and gentlemen, it is harming our children. It is absolutely harming our children and the adults they grow into, their relationships. It is just absolutely horrific, ladies and gentlemen, what these American doctors are doing to our sons. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Catherine Franklin. You've met her now for the last several years on Bloodstained Men's Road Crew. I will come around and we will talk to Catherine because they've told me that they do hear. So we'll just let the people get a good view of you before. I'm going to come around, Catherine, and we will watch the protest while I talk to you, because someone confirmed that the microphone works much better from this side. And then we can watch the protest while we talk. Catherine Franklin, I was just, you and I were talking earlier about this is actually hard work out here, and I was just talking to our viewers about that I do it because I can't bear the thought that no one would be doing it if I didn't do it. I mean, it's not like there are nationwide protests against circumcision and I can just retire. I can't.
Right?
What,
if not
what,
us, who?
What motivates you, Catherine Franklin?
The drive to end this. Hi, Mark. He said hello, Catherine, my heroine. Aw, you're sweet. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, I mean, who else is going to do this? It's too important to not do.
And what keeps you motivated?
My desire to protect all children from genital mutilation. To live in a country where this doesn't exist.
Let me reverse the camera here.
It just feels unreal, you know? Like, this day and age, especially 2022, it's like, how is it possible this is going on? And not only going on, but every single day, multiple times going on. You know, I mean, that alone drives me to do this.
We know that there are pregnant parents, moms and dads who are pregnant, expecting a child, and they will see this video. And they may be what they call on the fence. What is your appeal to them, Catherine Franklin?
Please don't do this. Trust your instinct. Your instinct is to protect your child at all costs. This is the exact opposite of this. This is your child laying bare, strapped down, ready to be sexually assaulted and mutilated and maimed for life. Please stop. At the very least, do the minimal research you can. Functions of the foreskin. All you gotta do is Google functions of the foreskin. I mean, please, protect your son.
Sexually mutilated and maimed for life. Now, some people will scoff at that. They will say, oh, well, that's just high drama.
No. If it was you, you would feel the same way. I mean, it's common sense. You can't grow back genitals that are missing. Skin doesn't grow back, nerves don't grow back. It's damage for life.
Thank you, Catherine Franklin. Thank you for that heartfelt appeal to the American people to stop circumcising their sons.
You're welcome.
The sons and daughters of America, ladies and gentlemen, deserve better.
Definitely. It's a tragedy. All the men that were victims of this everywhere around the world, it's an ultimate tragedy, devastation. And this is the least we can do to try to end this.
Catherine Franklin, we will be in Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids tomorrow. That would be a doubleheader, first doubleheader of this tour. Are the doubleheaders more challenging days than the normal days?
They're a little more hectic, but
More work for us.
But we got it.
But we reach more people. We're going to be in 2 cities.
Definitely. It'll be a good day.
So we'll be in Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everyone.
Walking by and he's from Italy, and I asked him.
Let me get on this side. So while we get him on camera, Seth, because our audience confirmed that they hear better when we're on this side. So we've got him in the. What is your name, sir? Nicolo.
Yeah, Nicolo.
So I'll turn the camera around so that we can hear him better. But just introduce me to.
Oh, we were just over there talking. He's from Italy, and they just don't do it over there. And I was like, we're doing a live right now. Do you want to come over and talk to
All right. So let me reverse the camera so we can talk to Nicolo.
Okay, I apologize for my English, but yes, it's so uncommon in Europe to be circumcised, apart from Jewish and Muslim people for religious reason. That I clearly understand, but clearly circumcision is not spread among non-Jew or non-Muslim people. So it's quite, quite a surprise for me to see both a demonstration against circumcision, and to the fact that in the United States it's so spread.
Did you didn't know that until today?
No, I didn't know that.
And I will say that is not uncommon. We run into many Europeans when they see us protesting. They say, But why
yeah,
are you?
I
They've
understand.
never heard of it. They don't know that the American doctors circumcise our sons.
I
My
understand.
husband's from Europe.
Yeah.
And he was horrified to learn about it.
Oh.
Because I told him about
I
it.
completely understand.
Yeah.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my English that it's not
No,
so good, but
I think
English
you're
is
coming
better than
through.
our
no
Italian.
problem.
Yeah, see, someone says, I already love this testimony. No,
Oh.
your English is pretty good. I mean,
Thank
you have
you.
an accent, obviously, but
it's very
it's
difficult
pretty
to pronounce some difficult word as
circumcision.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you here as a student?
Yeah, I'm a visiting student at Notre Dame.
Cool. What is your field of study?
Law. I'm a law student.
Law student.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
Accomplishments in law school
Thank
here
you
at
so
Notre
much,
Dame
and
University.
Good luck for your battle.
Yeah, well, and say your name slowly, Nicolo.
Yeah, Nicolo.
Okay, Nicolo, sure.
Nicolo.
Like,
Like
who was the composer?
exactly
The
Paganini
Four Seasons.
or
Vivaldi? Was
yeah.
it Nicolo Vivaldi?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was it
I think so.
Antonio?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
honestly.
but at any rate,
But
yes,
it's quite
a
a common name.
a
in
very
Italy.
common name in Italy. Thank you, Nicolo. Thank you
Thank you
for
to you.
thank you
You're
for joining
welcome.
us here
You're
on the front
welcome.
lines in South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah.
Awesome. So his English is very good, says Monica. His English is very good.
Thank
oh,
you.
look, more compliments. Your English is great.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's got to be good because you're studying American law school. So, thank you, Nicolo. Thank you for
Thank you to
joining
you.
us.
No, no problem.
Great testimony. So you see how it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I went to law school.
So that's an interesting story, and that just happened right here while we're live on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Edward was across the street, and Nicolo came up to him and had never heard of this. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's Daniel Bryce. Daniel Bryce, we're going to wrap up this live broadcast. So let me just talk to you quickly, and then we have to do a group photo because Sylvia has to take her kids somewhere.
All right.
Did I get it reversed?
Yeah.
Let's turn this way so the sun's not in my eyes.
So the best story I have to tell today is I had a couple of police officers drive by, and one of them took my picture and gave me a big grin and thumbs up.
Awesome. Awesome.
So-
That has happened in the past, but that's not, I mean, that's a rare enough that that's a story in itself. That's great.
It's
So he took
wonderful.
a card from you
No, they were busy driving by.
But he
They
took your
didn't
picture.
stop, but he took my picture
and gave you a thumbs up.
thumbs up.
That is awesome. Awesome. So how you holding up, Daniel Bryce? This is your second tour with Bloodstained Men.
Yeah, no, I'm holding up great, but the humidity is high here for me at 65. I'm sure a lot of you have had worse, but I'm used to dry Colorado air, and so I'm hot.
Okay, well, we're going to cut it short because we want to get a group
Sure.
photo with
Hello,
Sylvia and the
everyone.
kids. So we will be in Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids tomorrow.
Yeah, we're actually having a great reception here. I'm surprised. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting this.
We'll talk to you again tomorrow, Daniel Bryce.
Take care.
Thank you.
He's gonna get a quick picture of all of us,
Okay, so I'm wrapping up the live in like
okay?
1 minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the live broadcast. We want to get our group photograph while Sylvia and her family are here. We really appreciate when you can come out here with your family, ladies and gentlemen. We understand you can't spend the whole time out here with us, but we do appreciate you coming out. We can. So that's my report, ladies and gentlemen, from South Bend, Indiana. I'm gonna end this live broadcast, get our group photo, and we will be on duty here until 2 p.m. here in South Bend, Indiana. If you live in the neighborhood, come on out and join us, or see us tomorrow in Kalamazoo or Grand Rapids. It's a doubleheader tomorrow for Bloodstained Men, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have a hard, long day tomorrow. We have 4 or 5 doubleheaders on this tour. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow.